guys, hi my peoples, welcome back to another vlog. I'm so excited to bring to you guys the Kampala sightseeing bus. So remember you guys, when I did a video about Kingdom Kampala Mall, I saw the sightseeing bus and it was the first time I saw it for sure. But then I've been trying to get onto it and I'm finally here thanks to Twa, who was the tour guide for my video of Kampala city tour. So we are going to be checking out Kampala with this humongous bus. Obviously I'll sit at the top, at the upper floor, because I want to get the view. I'm so excited to bring you guys what they offer on this bus and all that.
Yes, Twa is my name. Once again, nice meeting you guys. I'm the main guide of the Kampala sightseeing bus. Though I still do the other tours, but mainly I'm the main guide of this Kampala sightseeing bus. And yeah, I like my job. During this ride, you expect to visit some places whereby we give you the opportunity to go off the bus and visit these destinations. And you're free to take pictures, you're free to ask questions, and at the same time, we always offer a bottle of water. So we have a bottle of water on board. Okay, so our starting point is Hotel Africana, and Hotel Africana is a 4-star hotel, which is mainly located on Corridor Hill. And mainly this Hotel Africana is a 4-star hotel. It has around 250 rooms, and that is, it offers a lot of services, like it has an ample parking space, which is most of the times free. And it has the mosque for the Muslims, it has restaurants, it has apartments. Uganda had 92 representatives, and our parliament was originally known as the Legislative Council. And then we see the two tower buildings behind the parliament, and there is the Prime Minister's office and the President's office. And then here we are able to see the only writing that talks about when Uganda got independence. And they say independence October 9th, 1962. And I told you our parliament was originally known as the Legislative Council, and it only had 92 representatives. Currently our parliament is having over 450. And on the right hand side is the Sheraton Hotel. Sheraton Hotel is a 5-star hotel, and it is established in 1967, and Sheraton Hotel is originally known as Apollo Hotel. But later on it was renamed into Sheraton Hotel, and it's a Marriott Hotel. Marriott Hotels, it's a group of hotels mainly based in the US. So on the left hand side here, we have the first hotel in Kampala. This is the first hotel in Kampala, and it is called Speak Hotel since 1925. The first hotel in Uganda is called Masindi Hotel, which was established in 1923. So the first hotel in Kampala is Speak Hotel, and the first hotel in Uganda is Masindi Hotel. So to the right still, that is the Sheraton Gardens. Please don't be afraid of visiting the Sheraton Gardens. These are public gardens. Sometimes I tell my friends I'm chilling at Sheraton, and then I go to you made money. I'm like in the Sheraton Gardens because it's public. Why not? I have to chill also at Sheraton in the garden, not Sheraton Hotel. So we have the first president's monument, Sir Edward Frederick George William David Walugembe Wangula Mutebi Mutesa II. That was the first president of Uganda. He led Uganda from 1963 to 9 Independence Monument. And the Independence Monument is the monument that is mainly designed by a senior scripture known as Gregory Maloba. a Kenyan sculptor who mainly designed this Independence Monument. It was unveiled on the 5th of October 1962 by the first Prime Minister of Uganda, was Milton Obote. And this monument, when you look at it, it explains Uganda under colonization. African Development Bank is established in 1967 under the East African Cooperation Treaty, and it is the bank that mainly funds different projects in East Africa. So if you have an interesting project, a developmental project, and you mainly contact these people, they may be in a position of financing your project. So we see the square, and this is called the Constitutional Square. So this Constitutional Square is a symbol of national unity, but initially it was known as City Square. So it was City Square until 1995. After Uganda amending its constitution, this was renamed from City Square to Constitutional Square. So it's a symbol of national unity. So to the right hand side, we're able to see the black and white monument. That is the first monument in Uganda, and that monument is known as the World War Monument. And the World War Monument was put in place in memory of the Ugandans. And it was the first departmental store in Uganda. So Drapers was the first departmental store in Uganda. We have the church house, which is an Anglican building. Then we can see the downtown, and the downtown is the area which is really interesting, real chaos, real hustle. If you want to know how people hustle, you need to move to the downtown. That is next to the Owino Market, the taxi park, the Nakasero Market. That is the area which is the most busiest part of Kampala. So we have one of the nice cafes in town. Don't be there looking for cafe. We have very many cafes. We have Cafe Java, which is here on the right. And then here on the left hand side, this is the Post Office Uganda. And standing right here, you're at 0 kilometers. We are at the point which is called 0 kilometers. So if you're counting distance from Kampala to any place, you start counting from here. This is 0 kilometers. We have a statue of leadership here on the left hand side. And this statue of leadership is of one of the chiefs of Uganda Kingdom, who was known as Sir Apollo Kagwa. It is mainly put in place in front of Amber House, which is the building that houses the Ministry of Energy. Why? That statue put in place. It is mainly put in place in front of the Ministry of Energy because that gentleman had a vision of culture, education, electricity, or more development. He is one of the personalities that requested for Uganda's electricity. And that's why his statue is mainly put in place in front of the electricity building, which is Amber House. These people would carry their baskets from the King's Lake and come and temporarily sleep over on this hill of baskets. So the people would ask that where are these people gone? And they would say that Agenze Nakasero. She has gone with the basket. The hill is Nakasero, the hill of baskets, or the hill of baskets, because people would always come on this hill with the baskets, and they would say that Agenze Nakasero. The hill is Nakasero. So it is our central business district. And on the right hand side is the first temple in Uganda, which is called the SDM temple, or the Hindu temple, since 1984. Okay, so we have the shop right on the right hand side. And ShopRite is a South African chain of supermarket. And ShopRite here, Club Tower. Did I say Club Tower? So ShopRite Nakasero is mainly the first ShopRite in Uganda. It was the first ShopRite branch in Uganda. So we see a lot of chaos, as you see. People walking at a very high speed because they mainly going for work. But what we see a lot of the taxis, the public means coming from that side. So that is where we find the taxi park, which I can easily refer to as the organized chaos. And we see the temple, which is the Swami Narayan temple, that is 1964. So you can see the real place of Kampala. How busy Kampala is, I can tell. But you can see a lot of taxis. Remember I told you, a taxi for us is where 14 people sit together in one van. And what you may call a taxi back in Sweden is what you can call to take you somewhere. That is not a taxi here, we call it a special hire. It's not a taxi. So we have the tower. It is called the Queen's Clock Tower. So the Queen's Clock Tower is what we see in front of us here. So this Queen's Clock Tower was put in place when the Queen of England was planning to visit Uganda. So this is put in place in honor of the Queen of England visiting Uganda. This tower is put in place in 1954 and in honor of the Queen of England visiting Uganda to officially open the dam that generates our hydroelectricity. And on the right hand side, that is the Idi Amin execution point. It is saying that Idi Amin executed people in public here. And those people which were executed by Idi Amin here, we are saying that they were found with weapons. Girl, Madina, who was living with a family here. They could entertain all the necessities they wanted, but this lady was told by a missionary known as Robert Katende, who taught him how to play chess, and this lady used chess to transform her life. So a female actress from Kenya who's known as Roberta Nyong'o got some inspiration from that story. They ended up acting a movie which is known as the Queen of Katwe movie. So this place, which is Katwe, is currently more famous because of the movie that was acted about the young girl chess player who was called Madina, that grew up from this area where she was living with the family, and this place, which is Katwe, is currently more famous. As I'm always asked about where was the movie Queen of Katwe casted from. So this is the area which is the Queen of Katwe movie. And if you watch this movie, there is a tunnel that is shown in that movie, mainly where she would always cross going to the market. And we are going to see that tunnel. So that is the Quebecers Lake, which we see. It is the largest man-made lake in Uganda. It is dug under the orders of the King of Uganda, who was known as Kabaka Mwanga II, when he wanted to connect this Mengo Palace on the right to Munyonyo Palace. The people were using hands to dig the lake, and they were using baskets to remove the mud from the lake. So mainly, it is known to be the largest hand-dug lake on the African continent. It is dug by the people from the different 54 clans of Buganda Kingdom. Remember, Buganda Kingdom is made up of 54 clans, and these clans are plants, animals, birds, fish. Later on, as we drive on the Royal Mile, we'll be able to see these statues that represent the different clans of Uganda. But mainly the king ordered for the digging of this lake with the intention of establishing more like an escape route, whereby he would always want to ride a boat from Mengo Palace to Munyonyo, or from Munyonyo to Mengo. But unfortunately, because of the religious wars, this lake was not connected, as we mainly had him also arrested in 1897, taken to exile on the Seychelles Island, whereby he disappeared in exile. He doesn't say the king has died, because Shinto did not die. He just disappeared.
I thought it was different when he got killed.
No. Whenever the king dies, we don't say the king has died, we say the king has disappeared. But in actual sense, he has died. This king also came back with a modern architecture design of the palace we have in, which is the palace we see here, which is 1922-1933. At the same time, this king only married one wife in a cathedral. Yet Kabaka Mutesa, it is said that he had around 148 concubines. But the grandson only married one wife in a cathedral. He appointed a lady in his administration. Remember, by that time ladies were undermined. Chimada. At the same time, this king introduced football in Uganda. So he was the first football president in Uganda. That was Kabaka Daudi Chwa II. So we're now driving on the Royal Mile. Remember, I told you the roundabout where only the king goes through. So right here is the roundabout is called Entawetwa. So whenever the king is driving on this Royal Mile, he doesn't go around. The people have to go around, but for him, they open for him that gate, and then he goes through. So he is supposed not to go around at any point, because he's not supposed to go around. So we see that different statues of the different clans. We see like the Morat clan here, and then we see the Impala here. This is the biggest clan currently in Buganda Kingdom.
Really?
Yes, that's the largest numbers. And then we have your clan here, Nabz.
Clan.
In front of us is the building which is called Bulange, and Bulange is the Parliament of Buganda Kingdom. And this Parliament of Buganda Kingdom is the first parliament in East Africa. It is mainly founded in 1963, and it's a replica of the Stormont building in Belfast, Northern Ireland. And in front of the Bulange Parliament, or the Bulange building, it is where we find the statue of the current king of Buganda Kingdom. And that statue was put in place mainly 31st of July 1993. Word that starts with letter R.
Really?
All words in Luganda start with letter L. So the word is Lubaga, not Ru. So the word is Lubaga hill, and Lubaga comes from the word constructing, Okubaga, or planning, which is also Okubaga. So this is where we find the first Roman Catholic cathedral in Uganda. The cathedral is a replica of Notre Dame in Paris. And above all, this cathedral is established in 1914, opened in 1925. When you look at the front view of this cathedral, it is similar to Notre Dame. the one that got burnt. Just that what makes it different is the behind view of it. So the behind view of this cathedral is in a shape of a cross, and it is the biggest cathedral in Uganda. It goes for 5,000 worshippers. It is being located at the former palace of Kabaka Mutesa I. This was the palace of Kabaka Mutesa I, but after inviting the Roman Catholics, he left this place, and in 1890 this land was donated to the Catholics by Kabaka Mwanga II. Then they had to establish their cathedral here, 1914, 1925. It is the only cathedral in Africa that has been visited by 3 popes. That is Pope Paul VI, Pope John Paul II, and Pope Francis. And above all, this is where the king of Uganda, who was called Kabaka Mutesa I, wrote a letter on the 14th of April 1875 inviting the missionaries to come to Uganda. That letter was published on the Daily Telegraph on the 15th of November 1875 in England, whereby the missionaries arrived here in 1877. Those were the Church Missionary Society, the Anglicans. And then later on in 1879, 17th of February, we had the Roman Catholics arrive here in Uganda Kingdom. Tosonga mu mmere.
Mbolo tosonga.
Ayi, okirizi busonga.
Mpache weka kase echuchu.
Guys, we are trying street snacks. Chindas.
Chiwoma.
To testing atulabe.
Bachikola muchi.
Is it nice? Huh? Nanga okandye.
Nice.
Okakasa. Ate chintu ganga sina manzi.
Sina manzi kubasa. Edejo.
Chigonda. You normally do this in the bus. Or it's the first time?
Do what?
Do people normally stop and they buy roadside snacks? It's the first time. Guys, first we stopped here and bought some roadside chindazi. So nice. So guys, I'm so sorry if I cannot bring to you all the things that are shown in this tour. So the tour is 3 hours long. It starts off from Hotel Africana and ends at Hotel Africana. There are very many different places that they come to. Currently we're at Gaddafi Mosque. I'll not go in because I've been here twice so far. But then we have to continue to Makerere University. I drive through Makerere University. We drove around Namirembe Church. There are quite a number of other few places that I'll not be able to show you because my battery is already flashing, but this is something that I would totally recommend you guys. I don't know if it's because I love touring and checking out new places and all that, but from the time I got onto the bus, I've been feeling like a tourist in a new country. Like, this is something that has just made me okay, like it has put me in a whole different mood, a mood where I'm happy and excited. So guys, if you love touring, just sign up for the offers and tour your city via bus. Trust me, it's a whole different other view, especially if you get to sit at the top part. But other than that, tour has told me that they have an offer that's going to run throughout December. So originally you pay 100k per person to get onto the bus and tour around, but in December it will be 50k per person. He's not yet so sure of the dates and all that, but he says when the dates are agreed on, they're going to post all over social media. So follow him on Tour Sevlime on his Instagram page. Then I think follow the Kampala sightseeing bus. You can follow the Facebook page or the Instagram page, and that's where you get the information from. So thank you so much guys for watching, and I absolutely recommend that if you're new to Kampala, or if you're already an old person who has been staying in Kampala like you're a citizen, I totally recommend this experience. You'll love it. You'll love it. You'll love it. Thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Please like, leave a comment, share, and recommend to other people that would like to watch this video and get to know about Kampala. And I'll see you in another vlog. Bye guys.